It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we've been around for a minute, as the kids like to say. I called your games. There are guys who you played with back in your day who are now the veteran players in the league, and we got a couple of veterans here at quarterback. What a difference it makes for a team when they come in with a guy who knows what he's doing back at quarterback.
Oh, and it really does. And remember, Mike, the only way to gain experience is to gain experience. There's no magic formula. You got to be in the fire, make mistakes, make great plays, learning lessons. The more you see, the better you get, and no position is that more magnified than in the NFL at the quarterback position. So the fact that these guys have played so many games, so many seasons, they've seen so much, that's a huge advantage for each of these teams. Now the question is, in today's matchup, who comes out on top?
So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick.
The first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
2nd down, Prescott. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he will go all the way. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And their quarterback is the all-time leading passer for the Raiders, Derek Carr, the veteran.
Ever since Derek Carr came into the league, Mike, he's been historically a very passionate and productive NFL quarterback. He has the arm that can make every throw, but sometimes it's that arm that gets him into trouble. So he's got to find a little balance, a happy medium between aggressiveness and recklessness, because when he's playing well, they have as good a shot to win games as anybody.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down, Carr. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Carr from the gun on third down. He's got his man. It's Hill. It's a big play there on third down, but there is a marker down, and that is not a good sign for the offense.
Still third down.
From the shotgun, it's Carr. That's caught. Left side. It's complete.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
On 1st and 10, Carr. Brought in by Chris Olave. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A run here with Kamara. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Carr working out of the gun. You look middle here, and there's Olave. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. That's on the former first-round pick, Cesar Ruiz.
Still third down.
The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. Throwing is Carr. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The Saints will punt this one away. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Cowboys offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Here's Dak to throw. That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Right back to Cooks. He's got another one. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And that will wind up incomplete. 0-0 on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. So after 1, 7-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
That's down the field for Lamb. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets them another 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, with the good coverage, and there to get a hand on it. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
3rd and short. Prescott. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Howden.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Saints offense ready for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line.
The tackle by DeMarvion Overshown. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And that'll give them a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Now a 2nd down throw from Carr. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Here's the punter now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Now, fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Cowboys offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Prescott. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Hook's able to pull that one in. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That is caught. Hooks gets the grab.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll throw again. Dak. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way.
That is caught. What a throw. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. The Cowboys move out on top, 14-0.
Saints nothing.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 28-yard line.
So we reach halftime, and the visiting Cowboys are in front. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Saints offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Carr now. Throw right side to Olave.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Here's Kamara. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Carr. Throw to the sideline, well done. Good job with the feet, stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes they do, have the first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And this is incomplete, but it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch and they can't get out in front.
Carr now on 2nd down. Throw, left side, that's Johnson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He'll get this out to his running back.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
2nd and 7. Carr working out of the gun. Shaheed with the catch. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On first down, Carr. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They set the screen to the receiver, Wilson. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Shaheed in motion. They'll run here with Kamara. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second down, Carr. That is caught, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not a
dive, and he's in! Alvin Kamara, touchdown, New Orleans. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, And now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Dowdle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
First down, Prescott.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Dak gonna run with it himself. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Dak facing third and long. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic first down.
On first and 10, Prescott. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, it's first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's to Ferguson once again. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They face 2nd down and 7. Carr. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Now, 2nd down throw from Carr. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. Back is Carr. They're called in at the 2. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result...
This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Taysom Hill, touchdown Saints.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
On comes Blake Groupie for the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it. But now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. First and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. Has some room inside the 30. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. They come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.